A lot of interesting things are happening in the stock market. The charts are giving. This week has been amazing. It has been mind blowing, especially for people in my VIP community. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's video. You know, I always tell you everything you need to know as the video is starting. So you get to choose whether you should watch and learn, but I know you want to learn. That is why you clicked on the video. So I want to talk about the top stocks that made crazy moves this week and stocks you can keep an eye on in this coming new week. I just want you to know that on Monday, stock market, the US stock market will be closed in celebration or in observance of the President's Day. So take note, we're going to have a shortened trading week. So Tuesday to Friday, it is. So we are making money online in 2025. Today, I'm going to talk about top movers this week. I mean, the winning stocks. All right. This is something that you need to know. A lot of people do not know that some stocks that they would have invested in just a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago could have given them free money. But it is what it is. So let's go into discussing this particular week's information. So I'm going to talk about short-term stock moves. I'm going to talk about the stocks I'm looking at. I'm going to talk about the stocks that you should keep under your radar and my practical insights. Why should you watch this video? Because I make this video very simplified. I make it very easy for you to understand and I show you where to keep your eyes on. If you have really been following my videos, honestly, you would have made money. These are my last two recommendations that have popped. I've been giving lots of recommendations, but you see these two, if you had played these two, I'm telling you, you would have made money. Let me quickly go to the chart so that you would see. I like to show you something. Okay, so take a look at this. This is NVIDIA. I told us to buy NVIDIA at 130, 129, 125, and then this stock dropped to 113. We bought this stock in my community at 115 and we rode it all the way up. Can you see? To 138. This stock is in this week going to retest this 147. Let's see how that goes. Nobody knows that, but we are looking forward that he has been bullish all along. He's been trying to fill up this gap that has been created and is going to retest this spot. Now let's talk about Palantir, which I told us. I actually talked about Palantir before they reported their earnings when they were still in $80 to $84. And look at what happened. They reported their earnings last week and the stock jumped to 100. And since then, it touched 120 yesterday being Friday. And imagine if you had $80 and now you have made 120. Your $80 is now worth 120. Isn't that fantastic? Yes, it is fantastic because you have just made yourself extra $40, which is 50% from the time I actually gave out this notification. So do not, take it for granted when I make this when I drop this. So that is why I always add a disclaimer because you need to know that the ideas I'm sharing here are my personal experiences from the research I've done and what have worked for me. So I have a set of guidelines and strategies I use and has been working for me for a couple of years now. So make sure you do your own research when you hear me talk about stocks. And this is for educational purposes. But if you want to learn from where we have the dollar community, we have the basic where you just learn everything you need to know about stock basics and how to earn passive income. This is a very interesting foundational class you should really attend if you are just getting to understand about stock market. But if you've gone far, you can't say you're a beginner per se. You can join the VIP here. Beyond the apps, the stocks, the financial plan, you will also see my buys and my sell. And this is 50,000 naira. So the link to pay to join is in the description. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about stocks that printed last week. So these are the stocks that printed some dollars for us last week: Roku, Upstart, NVIDIA, Tem, and there are a couple of other ones that we discussed in the money community. Now I want to show you something. Okay, I want to take you to this chart. All right. Can you see? Let me go to Roku and tell you what happened. So this is Roku. Roku used to be within 66 to 88, recently has jumped to 88 and is been doing a lot on this. So Roku has been moving within this range for a long time, since December. It's been doing this up until they reported their earnings. And Roku jumped from $84 to 104 when markets opened. So if I take it to 5 minutes time frame, you will see it very well. You will see what happened. So this is what happened. This is amazing. So this is a stock from $80 to 100. That's like earning $20 overnight. Imagine if you had a an $800 worth, or maybe you about that, maybe 10 shares would have made yourself $200. Then the second one I want to talk about is Upstart. So Upstart did same thing. Let me take it to the daily time frame. Okay. So this is Upstart. So Upstart, there was a time it touched 85 and pulled back, came down to 55. I actually missed getting it at 55. I just didn't remember. And that's why I didn't even bring it up here. And then it was around this 60, this 63 that I jumped in. So bought it around $60. I bought it around $60, 60, 61. And then this stock started to make a move. And then they reported their earnings. Look at this. This stock jumped from 69 to 89. It was amazing. And even when markets opened, it still made an attempt to touch $96. So you see how $60 has grown to, that's $30. That's 50% return in less than 1 week. So this particular stock, if you were aware of it, it could have made you good money. And then the third one I'm going to talk about, I actually think I put out four. The third one I'm going to talk about is TEM. This is an AI stock that has just been doing amazingly well. This stock was around $60, 62, $64. It was just hovering here for a while, just for like few days, and then took off the entire last week. Imagine from $60 to 91. That's almost 50%. If you had invested ₦1,000,000, you would have had now 1.45, 1.5 thereabout, which is completely amazing. And of course, the one you have mentioned before, which is NVIDIA. You know what happened last week. Last week was beautiful. Let me go to the 30 minutes, or will I say the 1 hour time frame. You will see. You see, this is 12th, 129. This is 13, round to 135. This is 14. This is 139. So this stock has been doing amazing. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the whole of this particular week, this stock has been doing very well. So even if you had jumped in at 120 or 125, you would have still made yourself very good amount of money. So let's go back to the spot. Let's talk about what is next. So these are the two stocks I want you to keep an eye on. One is Google and the second is Affirm. So just to make it easy, I'm going to before I ask you to subscribe, I'm going to tell you that we have exciting news coming up, and there are just so many things that I want to discuss with you that will help you to make some money. So bearing that in mind, I'm going to show you something you're going to do. Let's go to Affirm so that I'll show you where you can keep an eye on. So this is Affirm. Affirm has been doing well. You can see in the 1 hour time frame. They also reported their earnings and they jumped from 59 to 75. This is another stock we played, which I missed to mention. But I feel like this stock is not yet done. This stock wants to go up to 100. This stock wants to go up to 100. This is the point where you start doing what I call profit taking. You may not understand it, but this is a special strategy we use in the community to take our profits so that even if this stock drops down, you've not lost the profit you have made on the way up. So you can actually raise, buy back and ride it up again. So this is a stock that can touch 100, so you can keep it on your radar. If it makes another attempt to get into 82, it's heading to 90, and from there it may likely touch 100. And then the second one I'm going to talk about is Google Alphabet. Now, Google reported their earnings and it had a drop from 208 to 189. As if that wasn't enough, this whole week, you can see it's been dropping, even dropped as low as 184, and it's gradually picking up. See, I remember the last time that Google dropped like this. Google dropped from 192 and it dropped to 157 and later came down to 148. And I was telling people then to buy. People didn't buy. Even when it came to 166, I still posted it. I think I mentioned it in this particular group, in this community, that you need to grab it from 160, that this stock is going to 200. And see, it came to pass. So now this stock is picking up, is heading all the way to 200 and is most likely going to break this particular 208. So keep that in mind and make sure that you follow through. So I hope you learned something in this particular video to give you insight as you get into next week. The best people that make money in the stock market are people who are prepared. So if you use your weekend to go through this type of videos that I do, it will help you to know where to keep your eyes on. All right, so I'm going to mention very interesting thing. I need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because it helps the algorithm to show this video to more people. Please like, drop a comment for me. Tell me, out of these two stocks, Affirm and Google, which one you will be keeping an eye on or the one you'll be buying, and I would love to respond to that. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.